guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time I'm talking about the Transformers Bumblebee movie trailer, specifically about the Decepticon that we see in the trailer itself. Now I'm going to have a couple of videos regarding the Bumblebee movie and the trailer itself. One is about information that I already know about that people are trying to correct me on, and another I have planned but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it, but it's comparing this trailer to another trailer. Anyways, today's video we are talking about the Decepticon and whether or not it's Starscream or Ramjet, because people are saying it's Ramjet based on the color scheme because Starscream originally had blue, and this version of whatever Decepticon it is does not retain blue, so obviously it's gotta be Ramjet. And I just gotta say, no, I really don't think it's Ramjet. First of all, that's a random Decepticon to really throw in. Out of all the Seekers, it's just Ramjet. Why not Thundercracker or Skywarp or, hell, maybe Dirge or Thrust? Why Ramjet? He just seems kind of like the most plain Decepticon out of the Conehead Seeker characters, at least to me. So, I really don't get why they would choose Ramjet. But let's say, for argument's sake, that this is Ramjet. I can understand in a way because he does not have that blue, but that's about, you know, the extent of where I can see it could be Ramjet. Now let's talk about Starscream. Starscream has had a couple of different versions, and he's had somewhat different color schemes. I believe in Transformers Energon he didn't really have blue, but I could be wrong about that. Disregarding that, we also had the Armada one, which was mostly red, and I don't think has a single bit of blue. I have the Deluxe Generations figure, and I don't recall. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm not seeing a speck of blue right now. And then also, in the same universe, we got this Starscream that did not have any red and blue, except for maybe little accents of wires and whatnot. In fact, in Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon, he had black stripes all over him, which was kind of an odd color choice for Starscream. So, you know, Starscream doesn't necessarily need that blue. Another thing to take a look at is this Starscream seems to be based on the G1 films. Or G1 cartoon. Now, they don't necessarily have to be exactly like the G1 cartoon, but let's say for argument's sake that they're going the G1 route, which it seems like they are. Starscream has the wings that transform and rotate and fold up just like the Generation 1 toy. The nose cone seems to fold up like the Generation 1 toy, and I mostly talk about the wings and the nose cone because the original Ramjet was a conehead who had this kind of horn thing. This new version of Starscream seems to have kind of a triangle on the top of his head, but it's not enough to really call it a conehead. And then not only that, the wings for Ramjet was actually beside his legs and were in red. Now there's a little bit of red onto the wings, but it's got accents of it just like the original Starscream, and they seem to be on his back. So I really just don't think this is Ramjet. I think people are... if I may say so, I think people are trying to argue that this might be Ramjet just to argue or just to put their own kind of discussion to it, but it seems very obvious that this is Starscream. Now, they have not officially announced it by the time I'm recording this that is Starscream, but I mean, look at it. It looks like Starscream to me. Another thing that I want to point out is that people are telling me that there's no blue on it. And when I saw it, I thought the dark gray bits were blue, because it kind of feels like it's got that bluish hue to it, but apparently it does not. And even going through a Photoshop program, I tried to bring up the blue and it just wouldn't come up. It was all just gray. So that's where I kind of came from with that. So I just wanted to point that out. And in fact, maybe the dark gray is meant to replace the blue. There's that, but that's just me kind of stretching the imagination, I guess. But yeah, I just kind of don't get why we're arguing about this. It looks like Starscream. Ramjet had a bunch of differences. If you're looking at the G1 version, Ramjet had a bunch of differences. He was the conehead. The wings were in a different position. And here's another thing that I need to point out, is that people are saying that this is, I think, an F4 Phantom Bomber or something like that. And the original Starscream was, I believe, an F-15. I'm not so good with my jets. So, people are complaining about that. I'm not really going to complain about it. I think the jet they have is just fine, you know. I didn't really expect them to get the original jet, although that would be pretty cool. I don't mind this being a different jet as long as it's a jet, and it does have the colors. It's got the red on the side and everything. It looks good. And another thing that I need to point out with Starscream, just to add on to it, is that people are complaining that, oh, we only get one scene of Starscream, that must mean that Starscream doesn't have much time in the film. And maybe he doesn't, but if you're going based on just this trailer alone, that's kind of silly, because this is the very first trailer and they want to focus on Bumblebee because that's going to be the main protagonist of the film. And Haley Steinfeld as well. So when you're looking at this just from the first trailer, it's actually kind of surprising that we even get Starscream at all. We don't even get Barricade, or there's apparently another Decepticon in the film. So when you're comparing that, I mean, Starscream might get actually quite a bit of time. I'm not going to say he's going to get a lot of time. Might be the same thing with the Age of Extinction Dinobots. But you gotta take this in. This is the very first trailer. We're going to have more trailers as time goes on. It's only June. This movie comes out in December. I feel like people keep forgetting that this movie comes out in December, which is still a while. And again, this is the very first thing, and it's focused on Bumblebee. So we're going to get a bunch of other trailers that is probably going to have more Starscream. We're going to get TV spots. The next trailer is probably going to have more Starscream and show up with Barricade. So, I don't know. I just don't think that people are really concerned about anything when it comes to that, at least for right now. It's possible that Starscream doesn't have a lot of screen time. He might not even get that much focus. He might even just have one scene. But you've so far seen only one shot of him in the first trailer. I don't think it's much to complain about. Anyways, with that said, I thank you guys for watching. What is your thoughts? Please comment below, let me know. With that out of the way, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads, and I'll see you guys next. Oh, and here's another thing that I'd like to point out. I have the G1 Ramjet. Actually, this is the Platinum Pack Ramjet from the Seeker set. And people are saying that this Starscream is white. No, this Starscream, to me at least, looks gray. The original Ramjet is white. I just want to point that out.